Hey family, welcome back to Underdogs Rise. This is the podcast where we rise together. There are moments in our lives that split us into two people. The person we were before and the person we become after. After the goodbye we never wanted to say. After losing someone whose presence felt woven into our lives so deeply we cannot imagine the world continuing without them. I had to say goodbye to my dad yesterday. He passed away, but his memory lives within me. So today I want to talk to you about grief. But more than grief, I want to talk about connection. Because sometimes what feels like rejection from life is actually trying to teach us. It's actually trying to teach us a deeper way to connect. And if you were like me and you've lost your dad, or if you've lost someone who helped shape your life and your world, then this message is for you. Loss is a cruel way of making us ask painful questions. Why him? Why now and why this? Why did life take someone away that I still needed? And underneath all of those questions is often one quiet ache. Why do I feel so alone? But maybe, just maybe, this moment is not asking you to become hardened. Maybe it's asking you to become more connected. Not connected to pain, but connected to meaning, connected to memory, connected to love, connected to the truth that still remains. When we love someone who leaves this earth, our first instinct is often to focus on what is gone. His voice, his laugh, his advice, his habits, his presence in the room. The things only he could do. And his absence feels enormous. It fills every corner. But grief teaches something strange. Love changes form. It does not disappear. The connection is different now. But different doesn't mean that it's gone. I carry pieces of him. Maybe in the way that I speak. Maybe in my work ethic. Maybe in my humour. Maybe in my stubbornness. And maybe my compassion. And maybe in the strength that I found because he taught me how to stand. Or maybe in the lessons he never even realised that he was teaching me. He's still speaking. His voice still echoes through the parts of me he helped build. And maybe the one question that life is asking in this moment is, what did this loss awaken in me? Not what did it take, but what did it reveal? Did it reveal how precious time is? Did it reveal how much love existed? Did it reveal how fragile life really is? Did it reveal that you've been surviving but not truly living? Did it reveal the importance of saying what you feel while people are here? Did it reveal your own strength? Because sometimes pain becomes a teacher we never wanted, but desperately needed. Life is strange like that. We think connection means holding on physically, being able to call, being able to visit, being able to hug someone, being able to hear them say, "I'm proud of you." But true connection runs deeper than physical presence. Connection is what remains when everything external changes. Connection is memory. Connection is wisdom passed down. Connection is values inherited. Connection is love that continues shaping your life. Connection is choosing to live the way that honours what they gave you. That is how love becomes a legacy. For me, my dad taught me resilience. He taught me kindness. And he taught me sacrifice. Yes, he made mistakes. But then he learnt from them and he grew. Yes, I watched him experience pain, and maybe I inherited some of that. But he also taught me forgiveness. And I was able to share some dear moments with my dad before his passing. But here is something important. Grief often whispers rejection. It can say you've been abandoned, you've been left, you're alone now. No one understands. Life isn't fair. But grief can lie when pain is loud. Because what if it isn't rejection? What if it is life inviting you to deeper connect? With yourself, with your purpose, and with what matters most to you. You only grieve deeply because you love so deeply. And that love is proof of connection. So a question I'll be asking myself, and a question that I would like to put to you too, family, is what is life trying to teach me in this moment? To sit with that question, not angrily, not forcefully, but honestly. Maybe life is teaching you patience, maybe surrender, maybe perspective, maybe softness, maybe courage, maybe faith. Maybe it's teaching that tomorrow is never promised. So live now. Live now. Maybe it's teaching you to stop waiting for permission because you're meant to be more. Maybe it's teaching you to heal old wounds. Maybe it's teaching that your strength isn't pretending to be okay. Strength is allowing yourself to feel deeply and still choosing to move forward. Maybe my dad's chapter has ended, but my story hasn't, and neither is yours. And perhaps part of his legacy is what you choose to do next and what I choose to do next. How to love, how to lead, how to show up, how to keep going when life gets heavy, how to carry wisdom forward, and how to become someone who creates connection and not distance. Because hurt people often isolate. Healing people connect. They speak, they listen, they love openly, they forgive, they build community, they build safe spaces for others. They realise the answer was never rejection. The answer was always connection. To anyone listening right now who's carrying grief, I want you to hear this. You're allowed to miss them. You're allowed to cry unexpectedly. You're allowed to laugh and then feel sad. You're allowed to feel lost. You're allowed to feel angry. You're allowed to carry questions with no answers. But don't ever close your heart. Because the very thing that grief wants us to do is to withdraw. And is the thing we most often need to resist. So reach out, talk, share stories, share their name, share their memory. Love the people that are still here. Love the life they would want for you. Not a perfect life, a meaningful one. Maybe that is the lesson. Life is not measured by how long someone stays, but by how deeply they shape what remains. And what remains is you and me. Breathing, living, growing, learning, carrying forward the love that death could never erase. That is connection, that is legacy, and that is healing. So today, family, ask yourself, what is life trying to teach me in this moment? And listen closely. In the silence, in the tears, in the memories, in the strength rising quietly within you. And may you hear the answer. This is not rejection, this is connection, calling you deeper. And from that place you rise. This podcast is dedicated to my father. May you rest in peace, Dad, and I will carry you everywhere I go. This is Underdogs Rise, and we rise together.